Hello YouTube, this is that BMX guy. This is technically part 4 of making the black Speedwagon a touring bike. So today I'll be unboxing or opening up a new additional bag. I was able to purchase a Swift bag from a local shop. They're known as Keystone Bikes. They're in Philly. But yeah, we have the Swift bag box. It's known as the Ozette, not Ozark. It's a 15-liter bag. It comes in this smaller cardboard box. They give you this little card. Yeah, you can buy these bags on builtbyswift.com, I guess, if they want to plug. They give you a sticker. It just shows like it kind of looks like a mountain that has a mouth, but I guess it's a tunnel. Anyway, that's the sticker. This is part of the rack. This is the Velo orange rack I showed before. I installed it. This little piece comes off, and this piece slides in like that. Now what this piece will go to is the back of this bag will bolt to it. So the bag is kind of compressed. I bought black. It's just a simple bag. I didn't really add customizations. There's nothing else in there, so I'll just try to get this apart. And I'll show you the next segment of trying to get this together. Okay, it wasn't too hard. I just had to unspring these little things. It comes with these, they look like perforated cardboard, but they're plastic. These are just to hold shape. Obviously, 2 of these are for the top and bottom, or maybe the sides, actually. Maybe that's what they're for. And this one's for the back, or maybe the front. So as I look at this bag, it's kind of smushed up. There's another one on the plastic inserts I can see already. It's in the front here. So I guess there is one on the front. So one of these is going to go in the back. And the 2 will go on the sides. I guess there's one on the bottom. Okay, so after I get these cardboard inserts in here, I'll show you it in size. Okay. So anyway, I got one of those cardboard pieces in. The cardboard pieces aren't exactly the easiest to get in there. Now, I started with the angled part facing down, but it was a fight. So when I get the other 2 in, I'll come back. But yeah, it's starting to show how big it is. Okay, that wasn't that difficult. Okay, it was kind of a little bit higher difficulty than it used to be. It shows in the back here there's this elastic hole. The elastic hole goes right over top of that guy. This guy bolts to the back of this. I guess you just melt a hole or drill a hole. That way it just has like something that it's a permanent holder to the rack. And I can just strap it down with these guys if I need more, support. Anyway, yeah, it's a pretty good amount of size inside there. You can get a 6-pack of beer in there. You can maybe get, I don't know, an RC car radio in there. I'd say the RC car can just hang out of it. But anyway, that's the general idea is 15 liters total. put food, clothes, anything in there really. It has these two pockets in the back. The two pockets in the back are good for small tools or just more food, like candy bars and stuff. Maybe your sunglasses. And they're kind of in a weird spot for me because I'm not using a road bike. So how it's going to sit on there is like that. Pretty much. So it has this top flap. The top flap has this clear screen on it, so I guess you can put your map on it or have your phone sit inside of it and out of the rain. So it's kind of nice for the electrical devices because I'll have them plugged into the sine wave. I'll just have the wire go right into here, and I can just leave the phone in there, let it charge. Maybe just have a map in there, or I don't know. It's just a clear cover for whatever purposes. Speaking out maybe on the sides, like it comes with a handle sometimes. Like you can get a strap, sort of like what that laptop has, like just an arm strap. So it's not too bad about the bag. It also has this front pocket for more stuff. Definitely got plenty of things in the front pocket. Inside, there are pockets here, tension pockets. I believe these are just tension bands, so you can definitely strap a drink in there and it won't move around. So there's smaller tension bands underneath this side and on that side. Actually, these are just tension bands on this side, and that's actually a pocket on this side. This seems to be just more tension bands. Actually, I guess that isn't. Maybe for pens or something like that. Like you can get everything to sit in the outside perimeter. This kind of holds the top together if you want it to stay closed. And you still want to be able to open this to get in there. And then this straps itself down in some way. I'm going to fiddle around this situation, and I'll show you it with the metal thing. Just this metal bracket bolt to it. Alright. I put holes in the bag. I use the siren iron trick. Just burned it right through. I drilled these holes bigger for these M6 bolts because I have more of these. I don't have that many M5s or M4s. Anyway, it puts that bracket right on there. You can literally just slide the bag right off, and you still have some kind of attachment to hook it on there. Hooking it back on with one hand is kind of impossible. But it's just slide in. You got the two poles that, I don't know what you call that, go into the two tubes. Just slides all the way down and sits like that. It has these Velcro straps on the bottom. Velcro straps aren't exactly the easiest either, but you get the idea. They'll flip around and just go in place just to hold the bag and keep it from moving around. And they work on either side. It's not easy to do with a camera in my hand. And to make it focus, so. But yeah, bag is on there. The Swift. What is that? That's Swift Ozette black 15-liter bag. So let me sort of say it again. So inside, that's just those 2 screws. I use these kind of dimple head 4mm screws at the top, and there's still M6 on the threads. So this part right here just kind of like holds it together, if it lets me hold it together. So if you have stuff like just like clothes, it will hold together still, and you can still flap over it with this guy. Best design. Anyway, to keep that flap from opening, there are these seemingly more elastic strings to hold it in place. This in particular elastic string goes to here to kind of keep it over stuff. Kind of seems like it's just an extra string of sorts. This one goes here. I tried to. There we go. So, should have a nice sturdy front bag. Sturdy in the sense that it's square. I have to figure out where to put a headlight so it doesn't just like, you know, do that as you're trying to look at stuff. It's the only real disadvantage of having a clear plastic cover like that on the top. Or maybe I can just move it out of the way. No, I don't want that one. Anyway. This front bag has that same basic flap situation. That can hold plenty of, I don't know, food. I'm going to say food for everything. It has tension to it. There's a tightener to make it a little tighter. There's this bag side piece with these Swift Adventure Company cards hooked to it. I'm just going to do anything else. But what I was thinking of doing is, since it's pretty sturdy, I was thinking of like doing this kind of thing, burning holes like I did with these, and just sticking these on the side, and make it so I have 2 water bottles on the front of the bike that are, you know, easy to grab. Maybe the air pump I have I can screw to it, or put holes in. Oh, I can put the air pump anywhere. I can put the air pump on the rear pannier the same way. Just have it on. Here's the air pump. So I got this air pump. This has a press the valve adapter. It is a good enough pump for the road. It isn't something that I would rather use for a traveling situation. I'd kind of rather maybe use a normal floor pump and just strap it to the other side of the rack, so this can be on this side and the pump will be on the other side. But if I was going to use this, I can probably just figure out a way to get it to just sit like that on this bag, or sit it somewhere, maybe like there, or there, or even like here. It doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to figure out ways to keep stuff in one place. The rear bag is more than big enough for stuff. It even has this range over if I really need to use it. The bag is bigger than most of the hiker bags. Like, I mean, it gets pretty big. And hikers are able to like carry all their stuff in just a backpack. So I don't see really why I need so much, you know, bag area on a touring bike in the first place. Other than the fact that I like the idea of the lock, maybe tools that you don't need when you're hiking, whatever, and other things. Well, my girlfriend won this in a Cranksgiving of all places. It's the same as the Speed sleeve in a way that it's kind of a contained bag, but there's a tube in there. I probably at least carry 2 tubes, but there's at least 1 tube, 1 set of tire levers, Allen wrenches that are smaller, like for these, and maybe even smaller, like for the grips. Allen wrenches like for the crank, I just need a 6. That's a 5, and that's an 8. I got the front Swift bag on. Went on a little bit of a tangent. I'm going to put stuff in it, see how it feels with this front bag. Figure out lighting. Paul makes a light adapter that bolts onto like sort of like a little peg, if you have a peg on your bike. I don't have any pegs available. Let's just look at a socket. Like if you had like a peg on there, you could just put that light with the right adjustment around this. And Paul makes something that kind of uses like a bolt, like bolt here, and I can figure out a way to mount that to maybe the bag, or have it on both sides. Maybe have lights on both sides like this. They can't go anywhere. They might as well just be somewhere. If they're here, they're in front of the bag and not lighting up the bag like that's doing. If I put it here, it's still above it, but it'll still light up. There are those self-powered battery recharging dynamo lights that I want to get. It's a tail light that goes in the rack, and a headlight, but the headlight still mounts usually on this thing, the brake bolt, just like the rack does, but there's no real room underneath, unless I can just mount the light onto one of these and have it sitting right here where all the rain gunk is just going to fly off the fender into it and eventually break it that way. When I go into part 5, maybe I'll be riding the bike, showing what it does things. I got a ride coming next week, so I'm gonna figure out what I'm bringing. It's just a 2-day trip, so I'm looking at it like in the sense that it's not far away from my actual house here. It's at Zion Lake, and right now this is Sicklerville. I'll be riding from Philly to at Zion Lake. If I have any problems, I still got resources, so I'm not going to bring that much with me. I mean, I'm going to bring a sleeping bag. That's easy. Clothes, food for that night, the 2 nights, 2 mornings. The food's going to be basically oatmeal, coffee, beef jerky, maybe some noodles, like and whatever. I don't really need that much stuff. I might bring some water, obviously, and that's kind of why I want water bottle gauges on the bag or something, but I don't usually bring that much. And I got the backpack too. If I need to put water bottles somewhere, I can put them in the backpack. It's just a progress, in the works kind of thing. Eventually this bike would be good enough for you know, touring. Anyway, that takes over part 4. Putting the Swift bag on. Some more rants and raves. Anyway, this is that BMX guy, and thanks for watching another video.